Hi. I just recorded the video that you're gonna watch right now, and I was using my little microphone, and I didn't realize the whole time there was a piece of plastic that's broken in it because I took it with me traveling, and I didn't realize it until after I was done recording 45 minutes of video of me talking, and I went back to listen to it, and it's just like a little clink every time I move it, and I talk with my hands a lot, so just wanted to get that out there. I'm so sorry if it's annoying. It's annoying to me. I'm gonna try and edit what I can. This is what I mean, I swear. Like, life just doesn't want me to make YouTube videos. There's always something that happens. So that's what happened on this one. I'm still gonna put it out though. Still gonna do it. It just might be really annoying. I'm sorry. So I hope it's fine. I hope you enjoy. Now to the video. New year, new phone, new opportunity for me to probably be really inconsistent with my posting. However, I have watched a lot of people's like what they made in 2025 and 2026 goals. And I thought, hey, if anything's going to keep me accountable, maybe this will. It probably won't, but doesn't mean I can't try. So I ended up writing down a list. I don't even know if you could see that. So a while ago, not a while ago, like what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, at the beginning of the year, I made a list of my 2026 making goals. And maybe I'll actually stick to them. Maybe I'll stick to them if I record them. First one that I have on my list is the Willow Tee by Jaime Creates. You know what? I'm going to do this a little different. I was going to read off all of the items that I do want to make, but that's just going to be your teaser of one of the things I want to make. Instead, I read my notes. I just read my own notes. Instead, I'm going to say my overall goals that I want to do. One goal. I mean, I wouldn't even say that these are like super ambitious. Oh, here he comes. They're not super ambitious, but like for once, they're not business goals of mine. And I think that matters. That means something to me. Being a Capricorn, they're not business related. So the first one is I want to use at least 2 patterns that I own. Not counting the Willow Tee, I found while getting ideas, and I forgot that I owned it. I wrote that all down. I think old patterns that I've had for a while. This is great. So I have a whole Google Drive folder full of patterns. I think I started collecting them. Mulder, come here. Come here. He was crying. Do you have something to say? He's just gonna chill. Here, you wanna go in? Yeah, that's what he wants. Alright, alright. Yeah, you can sit in here. Okay, never mind. So anyway, I have a Google Drive folder full of patterns that I've started to collect in 21. I believe I started to really like actively buy patterns because that's when a lot of people started creating really cute patterns and like it became more modern. So I started buying a bunch of them, and a lot of them are like very of their time of like people first getting into crochet and knitwear designing of the early 2020s. So they're pretty simplistic for the most part, which was my skill level at the time for knitting, especially. Kind of crochet too, because I wasn't really following crochet patterns this entire time. I just kind of wing them and make them. So I have a lot. Mulder, what are you doing on the microwave? What are you doing up there? He's just gonna stare at me. It's like a gremlin in the shadows. You know what? We're gonna take a little Mulder break. Want to say something? No, you can't lick it. Okay, now that he's all settled, the point that I was trying to make was that I have a lot of patterns that You know, they're older. They're very simplistic. A lot of them are very simple in design. Um, but that's what I was buying at the time, and that's what I had. And to be fully honest, I haven't made a lot of them. Just off the top of my head, a lot of designers that I know that I have. I think I do have a couple of Jaime Creates patterns. I have a couple, I think like 4 Jessie Maed patterns. A couple of the other girl that makes a lot of patterns with Jessie Maed and James Watts. I forget her name. I'll put a couple of her patterns that I have up here. The name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. Anyway, I have a lot of patterns that I just need to make them. I just need to make them. So that's going to be my goal, is I need to use at least 2 patterns besides the Willow Tee. And you know what? Honestly, I started an outline top at the beginning. Actually, like 2 weeks ago, I started an outline top. And I'm not going to count that one either, because that would be really easy for me to count. Just be like, oh, Willow Tee and outline tank done in January. But I don't want to do that. And now Frankie wanted to join. Hello, Frankie. Do you have something to say? The next one. No, you can't eat the. No, you can't eat the string. Oh my god, my life is chaos. Okay, where was I? I want to make at least 2 patterns that I own. An overall goal that I'm going into this year with my making is that I want to start making a wardrobe that I'll actually wear. Because a lot of the items I just make because I have inspiration to make them, or like I would just make stuff because I was inspired by the colors, or it was an item that I wanted to make and then I had like scrap yarn, or I just thought like color combos would go really well together, but it's not necessarily something that like I would wear. Like when I made this, 1000% this was made with me in mind, because it's blacks and whites. I wear a lot of black and white and grays and neutrals. And I know I have a lot of patterns too that like fit in this perfectly, like the Jessie Maed tops, that they look like really good daily wear stuff. And if I make them out of a good yarn, then it'll be super wearable. Like other things off the top of my head that I can think of that I can make are like cardigans. I was working on a cardigan starting in December. I was taking apart the yellow, orange, the like warm tones hexagon cardigan that I had made a few months ago, saying that it was like my dream cardigan and all this. The cuffs were really loose and I put elastic on them to try and fix it, but I was like, if I'm trying to fix it, I might as well just do it over and make it perfect. If it's not my dream cardigan if it's not perfect. So I'm taking it apart and I'm making this. It's the something cardigan. I bought this one and the pullover pattern by the same person. So I'm making that with it. Like that. I'm genuinely gonna wear that. That was my second goal. The third one, I've been watching a lot of Michelle Jasek lately. I've never had the urge to make anything temperature related. Temperature blankets sound like hell. Absolutely never. Other temperature based stuff, like I think I've seen like temperature granny squares. No way am I sewing 365 granny squares together. But a temperature snake scarf, I died. I died when I saw it. It's such a cute idea. It's so easy. Like I mean, I was thinking of doing mine like just the high temperature for each day. Each day is one row. The thing when it comes to making a temperature anything, where I live in Arizona, it's between like maybe 50 at the lowest high in winter, and then the highest high in the summer is like 118. And if I were to go in 10 increments, hi Frankie. Oh, she wants to get in the blanket with you. All right, you want to join the party? So the thing, if I go by 10-degree increments, like a lot of people do on their temperature items, when it comes to summer for me, it's just going to be red. It's going to be red for like 3 months straight if it's between 100 and 110 degrees. maybe it'd be like purple for like a couple weeks in August, but it's going to be really boring if I do it by 10. So my solution to that, if I do a temperature snake scarf, is that once it hits past 100, I'll have two different colors for 5-degree increments. So 100 to 105 will be a color, 105 to 110 will be another color, and then 110 to 115 will be one color, and then like 115 to 120, which we get there. It happens sometimes. My other intention with this is that I have to use the yarn that I have. I cannot go out and buy yarn for this. So I feel like the colors might get a little funky, which is fine by me because I think that would be really cool to have it a little funky. But I need to have enough of the colors that I have because I have a lot of full skeins. So I'll probably just use whatever I have of that. But yeah, I think I really want to make a temperature snake. I think that is such a cool idea. The only thing with this is that it is currently January 21st. I have 21 days to catch up on. And I know that if I keep putting it off, it'll come to be like March, and I'll keep saying I want to do my temperature snake, and I'll be overwhelmed by how much I have to do, and I just won't do it. So maybe I'll do it. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess that's kind of like the in between of what I want to make and my goals, is that's like a goal of what I want to make. One more goal that I almost forgot about was that I need to use my stash. I cannot buy more yarn. I absolutely cannot buy more yarn. Hold me accountable. Hold me accountable. Don't let me buy yarn. I have too much, so I have to use what I have, which is kind of leads into me wanting to make these specific items. Anyway, I have to use the yarn that I have. No way can I buy more yarn for any of these projects, even if it's a very special project, like a couple that I'm going to mention that I haven't been able to stop thinking about for years. I can't do it. I have to use the yarn that I have. So honestly, it's my goal. I don't know. It's my goal maybe before like the middle of the year in the next 6 months that I need to use up at least one bin. That sounds like so much. I actually don't think that I can do it. Maybe I can do it. I don't know. But I need to use up at least one bin. I need to use my scrap yarn. So now I guess that's a good intro into the items that I want to make this year. So I had already talked about the Willow Tee, from Jaime Creates. I really like the one that's like pictured on her pattern, which is obviously why I bought it like 4 years ago, because I think the striped version is really cute. It's just, I believe, top down knit, or maybe it's panels. I don't think it's panels, because I bought a lot of patterns because I actually don't love doing panel work. If I can make something in one piece, I'll make it in one piece because that just makes sense to my brain. I think I can find some really cute yarn that would look really good in this, and even if I just make a pretty like basic, either neutral colors or like earth tone colors that I have a lot of, I think it'll look really good and I'll actually wear it. I say that now, but we'll see what time tells if I actually do wear it. But I think I'll wear it, which is why I want to make it. Second thing that I have is the current top that I'm making, the outline tank, outline cami by Jessie Maed. I did make one before many years ago. It was really cute. I remember it was really fun to make because the drop stitches made me want to barf. It was horrible. I thought I was going to fuck it up. Doesn't everybody think they're going to fuck it up when making the outline tank? But it was cute. The only thing about it is that I made the straps way too long, so it was just like uncomfortably low for me. So I never wore it. Honestly, I don't even know where it is right now. If I could probably find it, I'd probably just frog it and reuse the yarn for something else. So I'm making another one. It's in my project bag right there. I'm not going to grab it because I have a little baby kitty that is hanging his butt off the side of the couch in a blanket, and if I even move just an inch, he's gonna fall. So anyway, I'm honestly really close to finishing it. I really want to finish it before the end of the month, so that way I can post it and be like, hey, this is what I made. The one item I made in January. I guess another like nondescript goal that I'm thinking that just reminded me of is that I do really want to be more intentional on my making. I don't really want to just like rapid fire make items, mostly because I don't have to sell them anymore. I'm just making for me, and that's really cool. And I don't need like 10 million things a month, like 5 things a month. So if I make one item a month, fine by me. If I make more, cool. You'll see it in a monthly roundup, I guess. The third item that I really want to make is purely because I watched a lot of the What I Made in 2025 videos from a lot of different creators. In doing that, my YouTube algorithm turned into I'm going to test the Ranunculus. Ranunculus. I'm going to make the Ranunculus sweater. And I went into these videos fully not knowing what it was. I didn't know what a Ranunculus was. And then I saw like the little thumbnail that people show on Ravelry. This. Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by this thumbnail while going on Ravelry. Because I didn't know that's what this was. I feel like the reaction a lot of people had to the Ranunculus was you see it and then you're like, oh, that's really oversized and actually like kind of ugly. I don't know if I would style it like that. And then I saw how people were making it, and it was so cute. It's so cute. And the fact that when a lot of people say that it's super versatile, that you can make it in different weights, you can make it in different sizes, you can make it oversized. Oh no, she's eating my book again. You can make it oversized, or you can make it more fitted. You can make it cropped. I think people made it cropped. You can make it short sleeve. You can make it long sleeve. You can use fingering weight yarn. You can use bulky yarn. That's so cool. So I kind of want to make a ranunculus. And I thought about it, like when I think I put this down in like December, and I thought about making it my like birthday sweater. I never made a birthday sweater because my birthday came and went, and then I was really busy in the beginning of the month. Oh, another thing that I wrote down is that a lot of people said that it had new techniques in it that you learn. I honestly haven't done a lot of lace work. I've done just like basic, super simple yarn overs to make holes, I guess. That's about the most of my lace work. So I think it would be really neat. I think it would be really neat and fun. And I think if I were to buy that pattern, I definitely would get my money's worth because I can make like 5 different versions of it. Every video that I would watch of people talking about the ranunculus was that you can't just make one. So I might as well buy the pattern and get my money's worth out of it. Anyway, I think I want to make a ranunculus. The fourth one that I want to make, which honestly, even having 3 patterns felt like a lot that I want to make this year, because I know myself and I know that I'll have to be in like a certain type of mood to make these. And I just, 3 in 12 months doesn't seem like that much, but for me, it seems like a lot. I'm holding up the blanket because Frankie seems like she wants to get in. I don't know what she wants to do. So I don't know. To make 3 items in a year doesn't seem like a lot, I feel, but I also don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself to like make X, Y, and Z, and then I don't make anything that I actually enjoy or that I want to make, just for the sake of saying that I need to make these things that I said I was going to make in a video. I don't know. The heart wants what it wants. So if I want to make something that's outside of these items, I'm going to make what I want to make. Anyway, all to say that when I was scrolling through my patterns of like thinking what I want to make this year, there was one designer that I could not stop thinking about. And I could have swore, well, okay, I did buy one of her patterns, but it was for an accessory. It was for like a little knit bow clip thing. And I could have swore that I bought one of her sweaters or her dresses. The Augustins dresses. I seriously thought that I had bought one of her patterns because I think about this dress. I've thought about this dress for like 5 years or whenever the date it was released. I think about this dress so often. And I think this year's finally the year that I do it. Okay. Okay, hang with me here. There's two of her dresses. They're very similar. They look very similar. I can't get out of my head if I make one in scrap yarn, like scrap yarn stripes. I don't even know what color. Even like rainbow, like scrappy yarn, like how these pillows are. My mom made these pillow covers for this couch. Like even if it's like this kind of coloring in a dress, I genuinely think I would just wear it all the time. The only issue is that a lot of the scrap yarn that I have is acrylic yarn. And listen, I'm a ride or die for acrylic yarn. You will not find me shaming anyone for using acrylic yarn. It's super affordable, it's super versatile, it's very widely available. Even this was made out of acrylic yarn. And you know what? It's pretty warm. It lasts, like, side tangent. Whenever I would be at markets and people would try to like side eye me about acrylic yarn, I would always tell them I make stuff to where I want it to hold up like your grandma's blanket that she made in the 70s that you still have. You know, maybe it's because it's a little microplasticky and it lasts a long time. But you know what? It lasts a long time. Anyway, I'd probably make those dresses out of acrylic yarn. I feel like they might get a little heavy and not have that same like flow that a lot of the pictures of this dress look like. I think in these pictures she either uses like a DK or a fingering weight sock yarn. That's what it looks like the dress is made out of, which makes it look like real flowy and like just lightweight and really delicate. And that's what I love about it. It's so pretty. So I really want to make one. I fear that if I do have like a DK yarn or a sock yarn, I wouldn't have enough to make this dress. Because I'm sure that I can make it short sleeve to save some yarn, but it's just not the same effect. It's so pretty. I have to make one. I have to make one. I don't know when I'll make one. Maybe I'll make one over summer, or if I make one in spring, if that's my next big project, then I can have my really pretty striped summery dress. We'll see. We will see. Does that cover everything? I think that does cover everything. So let's see. To wrap it all up here, I have the Willow Tee, the current top that I'm making, the outline tank. I'm gonna make a ranunculus. I just have to make a ranunculus. So 3, 4 is an Augustins dress. Four items that I want to make in 2026. I think that's pretty feasible. I imagine the dress taking me at least 2 months. I'm gonna be honest. Actually, maybe not even that long because I think it uses a really thick needle. So it might not even take 2 months. Kind of like with the ranunculus. Apparently the ranunculus works up really fast, which is also why I need to make one. It goes by fast. I love a fast project. I'm not gonna be working, I hate working on the same thing for more than like a couple weeks. A review of my goals here. Use at least two patterns that I own, not counting any that I'm currently making or want to make that are on this list. So I need to go through and see which ones I want to make. There's some cute ones in there. Like there's definitely cute ones because I bought them. So clearly I liked them at one point in time. So I'll have to see. I have a mix of like knit and crochet. I know that I have a couple sock patterns in there. I was gonna say I've never made socks. I think I made one pair. I think I made one sock. And then I was like, I don't think this is for me. I have a cat sweater. I remember I knit Mulder a cat sweater when I first got him. Maybe I can make another cat sweater. I don't know. I have a lot of options to go through. And then making a temperature snake, which is kind of in between of a making goal of what I want to make, and then also just like an overall goal of a year-long project. Man, I really want it. Hers was so cool, but it's a lot. Another goal that it's like a little teeny line in here, so I almost missed it, is I want to focus on stash busting. I cannot buy new yarn. I can't buy new yarn. So I need to shop my stash. I need to use the yarn that I already have. I want to get rid of at least one bucket by July, which that makes me want to like uncomfortable because I don't think I can do it. But you know what? I'm determined. I think I'm ambitious. I think maybe I can do it. And then just an overall goal that I'm keeping in mind is that I want to start making a wardrobe that I'll actually wear. Which all of the items that I picked out that I want to make, like I genuinely think I'll wear because they're really cute. It's not like I'm just making stuff to make stuff. It's not like I have to make stuff to sell it. I don't have to make stuff with keeping in mind of like, is someone going to buy this? Will other people like this? Are these the colors that will sell? How do I make short form content out of this? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just going to make what I want to make, and I'm going to make stuff that I'll actually wear because this thing, I've been wearing this so much and I've gotten so many compliments on it that I mean, I'm not purposely making stuff just to get compliments on it, but like it's an added bonus that I like. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on my couch. Technically, am I a little late on getting this video out? Yeah. Do people care by now? I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's still the beginning of the year. You know what? And honestly, time's fake anyway. Like, time's fake anyway. Everything's fucked up. Like, it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. Just do shit. Do shit when you want to. Make shit when you want to. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you for being here. I will talk to you later whenever I have a next update. Whenever I see you. Bye.